Alright, so just got back from, well, just like, the period for trying out for the programming team ended. And it doesn't really look good. I'll just try again next year. I got pretty close. I'm like there's like 12 people left in the run, and like in the top 8 as a freshman. So that's pretty good, I guess. I don't really need this stuff. I'm just going to do a really quick, kind of show you like how to start. Now, this is relevant. But let's start from scratch. Like, you open up Eclipse, you just make a new project. Just call it whatever. It's project black. Alright. And then usually I just use the default package. So use like new class. Usually I always make a starter class, which is like my template. And the template has everything that I usually use in a contest. So first of all, you have your imports. And with Eclipse, you can just do like import java.i, and it does the rest of it, java.io, which is like, this little asterisk is like import everything in the IO section, which is what you want. It's also good for java.util, so you can use like array lists and stuff. Kind of important to always have these two at least. I think there's also a math, but you really need to import it because you just do math dot like you do system dot. Okay. I just use like the main and just like a bunch of static methods. I kind of like it because in Eclipse everything is slanted when it's static. It's just like you have to remember to put static on everything, so that can get kind of annoying. Puvik. Yeah, I still don't know how to type. Public static void main string. You don't really need to call this args. I'll just kind of prove the point there. I like to do that kind of method of parentheses. And now if you're doing an in-out thing, which pretty much every contest you are, you need to have something that reads it in, like a buffer reader. I like scanners. And if you're reading from a file, I'll show you the system in too. File named in. And then usually, oh, and don't forget this, because you're going to get this really annoying error. I put this in the main, throws IO exception. New scanner. There we go. And then usually like I call the first thing that you read in, and then you just do and you do the dot, and you can just do next, and then you put the I there, and it's already defaulted to next in. You just press enter and it fills the rest in for you. And then usually like I read an int first, because usually there's an int that tells you how many sessions there are, or how many cases you're going to do. The other alternative is that you read in something and you do it like while something is not equal like -1, and then you loop through and you read in something equals something you read in. And it can be really, usually it's like in values, and if you have multiple ones and you put ors here. But anyway, usually it's just a for loop. So I don't know, I use I, whatever, use whatever one you want, because if you use I, you're not going to be able to use it later. I is less than t, not t plus plus, I plus plus. Alternatively, if you have a question where it's asking you to print out case 1, case 2, case 3, this is a little better. You don't have to worry about the I plus 1 later. It's the same number of times, so you're still good. And then usually I just put like a system.out.println here. And you can put the case numbers if you're going to have to do that anyway. So you have that on every single one. And then if I want to make a new class, just call this problem A. Then you would just go, okay, Control A, Control C, Control A, Control V, and then change this to the name of what you really want. And then you're good to go, pretty much. So that's pretty convenient. And yep, so that's how you start out. Oh, one more thing. Oh, yeah, the system.in also. Like if you want to read from the standard in, is what they call it. If you don't have a file name, usually like when you're doing the contest by yourself and you want to like test to see if it's working, it's good to have a file name and you make it yourself. Like you would just go new untitled text file, and then I'll just say 5, and I'll do it in problem A. So that's called filename.in. And you save it under project black. Well, let's just print out I so you just know it's working. Alright, so let's just print out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. That's good, it's working, obviously, because I know what I'm doing. Alternatively, if they say to read from the standard in, you do system.in here. And then you would have to like put in the number yourself, so like I'll put like 9. And then it counts to 9. Okay. And one last thing, usually this is you usually don't have to worry about this, but if they want you to write out, I think it's like buffer writer. Okay, I had to cut there. It's not actually buffer writer, it's buffered writer. And if you want to make an out file, you just do out.write. This is just like print. And then you just so just put I plus, so like the lines, separate lines. You have to actually put the \n for that. Alright, and now when you run your file, you don't see anything. Oh, well actually, that's system.in, so I'll put a 7. Now it's done. And if you refresh your project, which is my project black, there it is. There's your out file. Oh, I forgot one thing. Out.close. Let's do that again. There we go, see? And then count from 1 to 7. So yeah, you really don't need to use this as much. That's why I don't usually have it. I don't have this memorized. Well, if you're doing like Google Code Jam, you need to know how to do that. So yeah, that's how my template goes. Usually I don't have this here, but yep. Whatever, I'll leave it here for now. I should do that in problem A. Yep, okay. That's it for now.